Twitch. Chop, get ready to kick off shortly. Like. Follow. Share. Boom. All right. Posted that already. Okay, we can just throw the intro on now. We already got everything posted. All right. All right. Y'all already know what it is. It's
Brothers and sisters, I don't know what this world is coming to.
What's going on, good people? It's yours truly, Easy D's, and we getting in ready for episode 2 of Chop Shop. So I got my man, the infamous Greg Doss. He's not in with us tonight. I just real quick before I get into the introduction of who's on the show with us tonight. Lost a real good friend of mine last week. Actually, the first guest we had on the show, my man Will D. So as I said, going forward, man, we dedicating every show going forward, and you still one of the sponsors. We're gonna keep your legacy going, man. Even though you're not here physically, you still here with us. So with that being said, I want to bring on my special guest this week, man. And it's kind of funny how our friendship developed. You know, we're mutual friends on Facebook, but my man came on the news a couple years ago, and I'm not really one that watched the evening news, so it's kind of like fate put us together. I really believe that. So if you guys recall, back in 2020, the Cardinals of Thonotosassa had their locker rooms vandalized, and he went on the news and just told people anybody that could help, and that really touched me. So Chop Shop got with him and made a donation and kind of got the ball rolling, and we've just developed a brotherhood since that. So without further ado, youth coach as well as motivational speaker. You got a lot of good stuff to talk about. The one and only Coach Chain. What's happening with you, baby?
Man, what's going on, man?
Glad to have you in here with us, man. And like I say, as I try to regroup and with what I'm dealing with, I'm glad to see, like I say, to get out. Like my man Will D say, just keep going. You got to keep pushing, keep going. So let's get into it, man. I want to ask you, from the city, being from the city, product of Chamberlain High School, Chambo. They no longer the Chiefs, right?
No. But I want to do something first before we get started.
Go ahead.
I seen this on another podcast. I practiced this.
Go ahead.
Are we done? Are we finished, man? Put some respect on my name, man.
Okay.
I always wanted to do that, man. I always wanted to do that.
Cool.
Bite to it, man. Bite to it.
So I want to ask you, so getting out of Chamberlain High School, man, what got you, we all had different paths. What got you into coaching?
Man, I can honestly tell you, my senior year in high school, my oldest brother, my big brother Duke, he was coaching the Bears, and I used to be on the sidelines with him when he started his career, his coaching career.
Okay.
So it made me want to do it, and that's how I pretty much got into it.
Okay. Now, and I guess like you say, you getting out as a senior. I know you guys had a great run in 2002.
Okay.
With Chamberlain went all the way to the state, and I always ask because you, like I say, at that time you in your early 20s.
Yeah.
Do you feel that new school guys, the players identify with y'all better than they do with the old regime? Because I remember first moving down here, we've had coaches that have been at the same school like Turner Chamberlain's over there for over 30 years.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Garcia's been at Hillsborough over be 30 years this year.
Yeah.
Callahan was at Armwood over 25 years.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm asking, you know, and I've always posed that question: do you feel that you think younger coaches should get opportunities, you know, earlier in the game compared to say being, because you got a lot of older guys, they still coaching.
That's like a catch-22.
Okay.
I would say.
Okay.
Because even though it seemed like those guys are dinosaurs,
Okay.
we got away from their morals and principles,
Okay. And we definitely gonna get into that.
which has basically done some damage to the game. Young guys deserve opportunities like Mike Tomlin.
Okay.
If nobody would have never gave him a chance as young as he was, he wouldn't be the great coach he is today.
Agreed.
And it's some young up and coming coaches. You got Jarvis McIntyre, you have Mike Williams, you have Jason Roberts, just to talk about the high school coaches right here in the area.
Okay.
That's doing some great things. Doing some great things. But I think the opportunity for young coaches, and they can relate to these new players better than the old coaches, because the old coaches are they're dinosaurs. And that's not saying in a bad way, but we still need them around, because a lot of these programs are die out because of people trying to keep up with the new times, and they forgot what the foundations were built on.
Okay. Agreed. I'm good with that. So let me ask you, and I know, like I said, you guys have run a very successful program with the Nucio Jags. So I know.
The Tampa Bay Jags now.
Okay, excuse me, the Tampa Bay Jags.
We done up down Annie a little bit.
Up down, okay.
We
repping the Bay.
Now. We national now. We got
repping the Bay.
Put a little respect on our name.
Okay,
man.
my bad. That's my second file, Serge. I got two. I want to file out. So with that being said, what got you? What drew you to coach the Jags? Because I remember when I first moved here, it was West Tampa Spartans, North Tampa Rams.
Yeah.
Ybor City Eagles.
Yeah, you had the PAL teams, the PAL Eagles, and
right,
the PAL Bears,
and that was
like
it. So I remember actually, shout out to my man Harvette Bellamy, who was actually coaching the Jags when they first started, that's 1997, 1998.
That's when we started.
Okay, so
that's when we started.
So I'm gonna ask you, so what drew you to coaching them?
Well, after I went to Cookman, I came back home, ended up. Football didn't pan out for me. My mama couldn't afford it, so my mama told my brother to come get my ass from up there.
Okay.
So I ended up coming back home, and that was the first year. Man, my brother had already been previously coaching, like in 96, 97.
Okay.
And I think that was his first year he was going to be a head coach, and we had the 10-year-olds.
Okay.
And that was an interesting season.
It was?
Yeah.
Do you remember you remember your record?
Believe it or not, we went 8-0, and this was the thing between me and him.
Okay.
No, we went 8 and no, we only lost 2 games that year. We lost 1 game in the season, and we lost 1 in the playoffs, I think.
Okay.
Because we had a bye week.
Okay.
And me and him had this ongoing thing that we argued like hell on the sidelines. Like me and my brother. Now we love each other. Don't get it twisted.
Right.
And don't get in our business that you see us beefing.
Okay.
Because we're going to be right back talking. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We'll stop messing with you before we stop messing with each other.
I understand. That's what brothers
do. Me and him coached back in 99 together, and we was 8-0, and I had 8 shutouts, and I used to mess with him. Man, you need to score some points. I say, man, what 8-0 was spelled? He said, I don't know. I say, ooh. So, I'm messing with him, right?
Right.
So the Seahawks, I'll never forget, was a kid, Trigg. I think it was Marcelo Trigg.
Okay.
Boy, he lit us up.
Yeah.
And my brother came to me talking about, all those oohs, they ours now, look.
Yeah, okay.
But me and my brother real competitive, and he actually got me into it. And it was just like I found myself like when I tell you, like, as far as like coaching, after you name the notables, I would say that's one of the greatest coaches in his realm, in his atmosphere that I ever been around.
Right. And the Jags have achieved national success in their run as far as say with coaching. So I mean just with their team. So I mean and I think anytime with the city, it's always a good look to have those, especially in the Bay, that get out and make noise. And kind of you guys competed in national tournaments. You actually won a national title, correct?
I won that with FBU.
Okay.
FBU. I actually won that with the 7th grade team.
Okay, with the 7th grade team. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And he won it with the 6th grade team the same year, so he up on me in championships.
Okay.
I got a lot. Well, I ain't got that far to go, but I got a little ways to go to catch him. But we got a lot of them. My mama got a lot of trophies, man.
Okay, well that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Now I want to, it's a black eye on youth football this past weekend.
Oh yeah.
Denver Broncos. Not Denver. He played a lot of different teams. Talib,
Yeah.
Akeem Talib with his brother with the murder of a coach on the field.
That was
David
sad.
Ruffin is making his way. He trying to flag me down like he's a sky cap. We got to talk about that, bro. We got to talk about it. I want to ask you, with you in youth football, what do you feel like? Because I'm just like, I remember last year my nephew Antrell plays for a team, and they had a game last year. They had a shooting in December.
Okay.
And I'm like, what is it with these? What's going on now? With the league. Now, if you can't keep it, if you can't avoid cussing, please. But I'm just asking you, what's wrong with youth football?
But I come from a long line of cussers when I get upset. My mom, I'm a third generation curser. Like my mom, she used to cuss us out for breakfast. So it'll be hard. I won't say the bad words. I might say ass. I won't, something like that.
Okay.
It's sad, man. Really, it's sad. It's sad. Somebody lost their life. You got to think about. You really have to think about this, right? That man woke up on a Saturday morning. The only thing he was thinking about was preparing the kid to win the game. Right. A bad call, whatever happened, it couldn't be that bad for him to lose his life, Right. And RIP to the guy that lost his life, and I'm sending my prayers to the family and friends and everybody who lost his life, and more so, the guy that actually did it, he gonna need prayers too. He gonna need them.
But I want to ask you this, if I can, because I guess I'm still like, Little League football has changed so much now to where, I mean, with me, I always say it's too high, the elements, but that's just like, it's a fear of, it's dangerous. You know?
It is.
And it shouldn't be like that.
Like I did on my live, like I said on my live this morning. I mean, you know how hard it is to find a ref that actually want to do a Little League game? I wouldn't be mad. It's sad because the ante done went up. Like the actual cost done went up for a ref to do a Little League game.
I can imagine.
And do you blame them?
No.
It's to the point now to where you have to second guess what you say to these parents. And the problem with youth sports, and I'm gonna say sports overall, because it's not just happening in football. We can't just give football.
Oh yeah,
I
saw the ref.
Yeah,
the ref got jumped in basketball.
It goes back to, and I apologize for my late.
Yeah, Ruffin, David Ruffin here. Yeah,
Hey,
Red Dollar baby.
Hey, listen, I come on, my song come on. I'm like Bobby, right?
Yeah.
Hit me off, right?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Beauty only skin deep though for the rest of y'all.
Yes,
but
sir.
you think about it, it's a trickle down. You say it's the sports. No, we've changed. It's still football. It's still 11. Last time I checked, Coach, there's still 11 guys on offense, 11 guys on defense, right?
Yes,
on the field.
facts.
Okay, so the difference is what the standard that we were held to has changed. And you think about it, we can't get school teachers, and everybody will say it's about money. No, they pay them enough. They don't pay them enough for what they're dealing with.
True. I just said something about that as well.
So, we on the same page. It's us. We don't change.
No,
We change.
Don't just listen. You know what? And I just said this, right?
Okay.
Household. It starts.
I'm from a long line of cussers too, so I feel it. Come
It starts in the house.
You
right?
don't help. But go ahead.
It starts in the house, right?
One more time.
Man,
Coach.
I just witnessed a coach have a full conversation with a parent about a position that a child played, right?
Okay.
Right, and this is a rival organization, so let me put that out there. And me and him, we laugh about it. But this parent was telling this coach about his team, right? Mm-hmm. So I asked me and the coach, we talking. I say, well, do you ever tell her how to run her house? Do you tell her how to run her house? And now he's not even talking to the father. He's not talking to the uncle. He's talking to the mother, and not saying a woman don't know football, because I don't want to get into the Cam Newton thing. Okay. I'm not gonna discredit what a woman knows and what she doesn't. Okay. But what I will say is that one thing she don't know, she's not at practice every day. I can guarantee you that. And if she is at practice, she's not watching every play.
Okay.
So you know what I tell every coach that actually has that problem? Okay. When a parent bring you a problem, now it's time to put that camera on that child. And it's sad that you have to handle it that way, because now they just say, you're singling out my child. Well, you singling me out as a coach, saying I'm mistreating your child. So I have to defend my name, because I'm never going to mistreat a child. But I want you to know your child's truth. Because people don't look at it this way, right? Say we playing the best team in the nation. And because like my 12U team, let me tell you something. We're not that good right now.
Okay.
But I make them believe we can play and beat Armwood tomorrow.
Okay.
Right? And that's the courage I give them.
That's the mindset, yeah.
That's the mindset.
Right.
So if I'm giving them that mindset, let me tell you something. And they done bought in, right?
Okay.
But it's going to be apparent come Saturday, right? And say we go up against a team that's just outmanning us, they're bigger than us, right?
Right.
As a coach, I still got to know what situation to put your son in.
Right.
Because I want them to get home safe.
Right.
People fail to realize, even at their age, it's still a gladiator sport.
Yeah.
And even with
Absolutely.
that though, it's a game within the game. You got to look at matchups. What can we do on this play? Third
Down
and 8,
distance,
Yes.
down a
Yes,
distance.
and
Tendencies.
your child may not fit that situation
Right. Agree. Like I said, you
Or
get
any
to
situation.
or
Coach.
any situation.
Now,
Okay,
I know
some
y'all
kids are
forget
not
y'all
made
coach
for
kids.
football.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
Nah,
Well, listen, listen.
I forget. I forget.
Dog, you ain't got to go because some kids are not made for football.
Now-
Some kids are meant to play two
He
square.
said it.
Some people are meant to
He
play
said it.
teddy ball.
Him.
They meant to sell insurance,
He
and
said
it's
it.
okay.
And there you go.
Know your child's identity.
Absolutely.
okay. Now let me
Hold on,
let
let me say something now. Cause coach said it. See, we on the same page. I take my hat off to anybody who coaches little kids because I couldn't do it. I did the high school thing. I tell him all the time. I missed the game, but one thing that is definitely different that I could not tolerate, and I tell Heavy, I haven't told you this to be the first time. I don't want to hear from parents, which is why I stopped coaching. Same reason I'm not in education anymore.
Okay.
When we were coming up, we didn't come across our parents didn't come in the gates.
No, they did not.
They dropped you off like at school. You're a coach's child, and I'll pick you up after it's done. I'll pick you up when it's done.
Get you.
You got to think about it, then go back and look who you were dealing with. You was dealing with the Cromarties. You was dealing with the Bobby Wilds. You were dealing with Ronald Williams. You was dealing with great men.
Okay.
Oh,
You were dealing with great men.
Okay.
he said that.
A lot of these dudes. Let me tell you something. Don't get it twisted, because anybody that's joining me in this journey or any other youth coach, I applaud them and respect them. But some of
Absolutely.
these coaches are young and they're still growing as men.
Okay.
Okay.
And let me ask you this. Now, when you say that they're young and growing, so their mindset's a little different, but
Yeah.
it's a thankless job and a lot of people. I've even myself, I've had situations where I've had fathers critique what I'm doing, but then when I ask them, I say, "Well, hey, I'm out here with your child. You drop them off. You out here. Why are you on coach?" But
I see you
want to
open
point the
Pandora's box.
Well, I'll let you continue.
Well,
this.
someone
Go
don't
ahead.
have the capacity, the skill set.
No, I don't buy
or
that.
enough
I don't buy
knowledge.
that. I
No,
don't
no.
buy that.
Anybody can yell at somebody. Everybody can't coach. Everybody can't coach.
Everybody
Yeah.
can't coach.
Okay.
But like I just said, when your child at your house, I don't say a word to him.
You don't.
But when you bring him to practice, he's in my house.
Okay. Agreed.
He's in my house.
I totally agree. So let
And
me.
when you in my house, you gonna operate like I want you to.
Sounds somewhere
if
in the
you want-
Bible.
yeah.
And I don't care. I don't care nothing about you paid your $275. I don't,
Okay.
cause I ain't paid a dime and I ain't getting paid. I'm paying the coach.
Okay.
See, if people respected what a youth coach go through, they'll understand it more.
But,
See,
but coach, they don't respect what teachers go through in coaching and teaching.
go hand in hand. But this is what I'm saying. We just gonna stay on the coaching
Yeah,
thing for
he
right
gonna-
now, because
he
we're gonna
gonna
get to that
get-
teaching thing.
okay.
Because I love teachers.
But he said that.
Think about it as a youth football coach, somebody that's not getting paid. No, listen. Somebody that's not getting paid, right?
There you go.
Not getting paid. My day starts at 4 o'clock in the morning. I
Okay.
get up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, sir.
I have to go to a job that may or may not be stressful for all you know. I got to deal with a job, right?
Right.
I work 10 hours a day, sometimes 15 if need be. However, if I got to stay, I got to stay.
Right.
After that job on Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays, I have to go and deal with somebody else's child. Now, I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't have no children, right?
Right.
So I got to go to practice. And then not only I got to go to practice, I got to deal with everything that went wrong in the day with your child. He may be having a bad day. I got to motivate him despite all of everything that I went through, right?
Right.
And let's say that, I am in a relationship, right?
Okay.
Not only am I taking my workload, not only am I taking my practice load, not only do I got to get home, and then what if you a youth coach, right? And you have a wife, a companion, a
Significant
girlfriend, a significant other, and you always spending your time at that field.
Uh-oh.
You always got them kids, and by right, they have a point. Because those are not your kids, but guess what? That's your passion,
Right,
right?
that's what you
But
enjoy
these
doing.
people don't know. When you come to me and talk about my child only played 2 plays, don't you know I just argued with my girlfriend for 30 minutes? Ask me why am I here with your child, and I could be with her.
Now,
You
it's
wearing a
funny
lot
you
of
brought that
hats,
up.
and then
Exactly.
you wearing a lot of hats.
And
Now-
it's
now I'm gonna
not
ask you this.
respected.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this because you went into the 2 plays. What age do
2
we
plays, man, I
stop
might have
minimum
gave 'em.
plays? What age do you feel? Because we're in such a competitive world. I always try to
6.
tell people. So you feel that 7U, they should.
Hey, listen.
I'm
Life don't give you X number of plays.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Now listen.
I'm with a rough group tonight.
Now in life. Now this is what I had to understand, because I had that same mindset until somebody set me down and I had to understand it. Kids are not compensated for youth sports.
Okay.
right?
Yet.
We're compensated for going to work.
Yeah.
So if a kid come to practice every day, 2 hours, 3 days a week, 2 hours a day, giving them 5 plays, I ain't even saying giving, because by them showing up, they done earned them.
Okay.
Now, anything outside of them 5 plays and they're not that good, that's
Oh,
my
it's 5
decision.
plays now? Oh, okay. I thought it was like
now that's
10 or
why I
12.
decide. Now that's what decide how much I'm gonna pay you.
I have no problem with 5 plays.
Exactly. Because that's how they get compensated. 'Cause
6 might
you
be a
can't tell this
problem.
kid come to practice every day and bust your ass and you better run every sprint and then get to the game Saturday and he holding his helmet uniform, he can wear it 2 weeks straight. But if some coaches okay, I'm talking about on the youth level,
Okay.
right? But see, when you get to high school,
That's
it's
a
something
choice.
different.
That's a choice.
Oh, yeah.
That's a choice.
That's a choice.
If you don't play, that's a
But
choice.
see, I'm gonna tell you something else. And going back to a youth football coach, don't you know the youth football coach is the only person that does it for free? The only person that does it out of true love. No gain out of it. See, if a high school coach don't win enough games, he gonna get paid a stipend at the end of the season anyway.
Now, what about the coordinators?
No, listen.
Go ahead. I'm bring
A high school coach gonna get a stipend.
He can
Regardless
distribute
at the end of the season
he can
anyway.
distribute it how he wants
A
to.
college coach gonna get a salary at the end of the year anyway. A pro coach gonna get paid no matter what. Them checks are coming. A youth coach is the only person that's doing it out of love. Cause once a high school coach stop winning, his ass ain't gonna have a job. A college coach stop winning, his ass ain't gonna have a job. A pro coach stop winning, he gonna be looking for a job. So with that being said, as a youth coach, we the only people that does it for free, and we the least respected.
And you don't get fired either.
And you don't get fired. Well, you can get no. Listen, let me tell you something.
Oh, you can get fired.
Oh, you can get
Yeah,
fired.
You can get fired.
Hell, my brother fired me. He fired me.
I understand.
I understand what I'm telling you. But you know what? It's respected because you want to know why? Because me and him didn't have the same vision. And that goes to show, if people don't share the same vision on you and you ain't on the same track and you ain't headed in the same direction, sometimes you got to cut ties with people. And we didn't have the same vision. We didn't have the same mindset. And that's okay because we right back together.
Okay.
Because sometimes you got to create distance to come together.
Okay.
And that's what happened.
Hey, listen, we're gonna take a quick break, man. I love the energy in here tonight. So we're gonna recognize 2 of our sponsors before Serge get into our quick break. And first, like I say, Will D, man, Cigar Life, you're gonna live on with us at Chop Shop, man. So
R.I.P., man.
check my man out, Will D, Cigar Life, man. Good dude. Dawson, let everybody know what you got going on, and also give your slogan. We provide receipts. Let everybody know what you got going on, bro.
Hey, what's going on? I'm Greg Dawson of GD NAPSI, GD Non-Attorney Pro Se Consulting. We attempt to help people navigate through the rigors of the court system if you can't otherwise afford adequate legal assistance. We don't provide legal advice, but we do show our receipts. And oddly enough, I have now served everybody in my case versus a retired judge, a retired police officer, the mayor in the city of Tampa. So I'll be extremely busy coming up. I would say check out YouTube and you kind of have some background. But okay. I want to say it's to Will D. You know, he spoke to me, and when you called me, the last thing I expected was for you to tell me what you told me, because he's the one that told me to go on to the program with Rated R, with Rodney, to speak about voting and becoming politically active. And you know, me and his conversation the entire night was about being active in politics. And when I had to put on my uniform, my Chop Shop uniform, I don't know if they saw my Facebook page, I went ahead and did early voting today. You know, I'm not party affiliated, so, but I still had they had some open primary stuff. But if nothing else, this is one of the most important elections, and I didn't know until here that he was a vet also.
Yeah.
And a whole bunch of veterans look like me. And there are people before us that went through things so that you would participate in the process that controls your life and the lives of your children. So if nothing else, I'll say on behalf of Will D, make sure you get out and let your true voice be heard and participate in the process. I don't care how you do it, but participate in the process and hopefully be informed.
Yeah, solid dude, man. Rest on, homie. I'm gonna let Serge give us a 2 minute. We're gonna take a 2-minute break. I'm gonna take Chain back when he was running through the halls at Chainboat. Give him some, Serge.
worry about it now. Good. Tighten up, sir.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, we back, man, for the second part of Chop Shop, man. I gotta talk DJ Surge, man. Surge ready. Surge on his own playlist. We're gonna get back to that. We're gonna get another break. He doing his thing. So we in here with Coach Chang and we here with Coach Chang and we here with my man, the infamous David Ruffin, Greg Dawson.
Oh, man.
So I want to get in here, man. Like I want to get back to what we were talking about with the youth football. I mean, like I said, it's a lot of layers to the onion, and I think a lot of times that we have these discussions. I got a good partner of mine listening right now. He's a referee, and he's in Atlanta. He's already told me like, it's certain areas of the city he ain't ref. Like he's not there. The no deal. Like you put me in suburban, north Atlanta, pass, but I ain't doing that in the city. That's southwest. Then off 285 past MLK. And I think that's the thing where, like you said, it's thankless work for the coaches. And now with the referees that are targets, and like you say, even coaches as well, because you may have a big matchup where you should never go to a football game expecting coaches fighting. Or just, that's too much. That's too much.
I'm gonna be honest with you. We all human, right?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
And sometimes our emotions can get the best of us because a lot of people don't have emotional intelligence. And I say us because we all are still work in progress, right?
Right, no doubt.
Right.
So with that being said, do you blame that ref? Come on, man.
No, I don't blame Jones at
Man,
all.
stop,
Me and me and
stop
Jones
playing.
talk.
This man liable to call a false start and end up with 15 in him.
Yeah, Jones say, oh, yeah, I ain't doing that. And I be like, I get it. I totally get
And
it.
again, football hasn't changed. We have.
Right, I'm saying we have the narrative, but like I said, but I think nowadays
No, not
also,
the narrative. The people have
people have
changed.
changed, but I think something else too, though, is that when you have, and I hate to call dads out,
Okay.
but you got a lot of dads that live through their children.
Yeah.
Okay, but with that being said, let me say, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. My son hit me one day at work and told me, I want to play football.
Okay.
And when I tell you, my heart was so full, I said, man, I can't believe it. Kobe want to get out here and play ball. I'm running the Sports Authority, headband, cleats. I'm getting all this little stuff.
Yes, sir.
When I saw him out there on the field, I said, this ain't what he want to do. And I told him, if you don't want to play, it's cool. And he ain't never said nothing about that no more. And I'm cool with it. But I think sometimes that young boys don't want to disappoint their dads.
Okay.
Because their dads are looking for them.
Now, don't just put that on us.
There you go. I was about
Some
to
of
go
these
there
mamas,
too.
too.
Okay,
No,
yeah,
These mamas are worse than
They
the dads these days.
they want to
Okay.
be on that afternoon or that evening.
Everybody
on
doing it for YouTube clips now.
Thursday on that draft night on Thursday and
Yes.
That first round.
Yes. No.
So it's a little bit of moms and dads. So let's just say
We'll
parents.
say pair. Okay, pair.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Thank you.
That's my.
Yeah.
That's
Thank
my
you.
third. That's my third foul.
Yeah,
man.
you might want to go to the bench.
I can still play with three, man.
Man, come on,
Hey,
man.
let's
Don't
go
put
to
that
the
on
zone.
dads.
Let's go to the zone.
Don't
Let's go to the zone. Let's go
Don't
to
you
the
put
zone.
that on just on dads.
It-
boy.
it-
We can't go to man.
Moms are
Especially
critical,
in
crucial.
many instances, the energy that mom exhibits makes dad a little more recluse anyway. But when it comes to emotional behaviors and these things we came up in a world where we could transition from one place to the other, in between the white lines, and sometimes kids don't understand it.
Yeah.
What you are between the white lines is like a boxer. I tell people like not a boxer, MMA guy, a martial arts guy.
Okay.
You never know what he is until you put your hands on him.
Yeah,
Because
right.
he knows how to transition, generally speaking. We somehow got so far away that it's almost difficult to reel it back in. Football is the only reason we learned how to compete in anything in life.
Okay.
Football.
I can find that. I
School.
mean, us three. Us three.
Well, yeah, I think I came out in '86, so my.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm 88.
Wait,
I'm 88.
okay.
Yeah, I'm messing with you, man.
Okay.
You know I'm messing
Don Cheadle. Okay.
You know I'm messing with
All right, come on.
with you, man.
Yeah, keep waking up. Hey, I remember
I
Coach.
do the same thing.
Yeah, I
with my
tell.
brother,
Hey,
man.
Coach Mack said. I remember telling Coach Mack he was like 30 something at the time. He said we were at football practice. He said, "Yeah, happy birthday, Coach." He said, "How old you?" I think I said 34. I said, "Dang, Coach, you old." He said, "Boy, keep waking up."
Keep
And
waking up.
Here I am.
That's a
Now I'm 54.
Man, that's
but
a blessing, man. You
yeah,
don't know.
absolutely
I'm just
blessing,
messing. You
yeah.
don't know
No.
it all, man.
No, not at all. I tell myself that every day as my bones creak getting out of bed. But the reality is, the lessons that we had made us competitive. And if you notice now, that's an edge that they want you to take out of it. But how can I take you being competitive out of a sport that is competitive?
Because this generation is soft.
One more time, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear all
Soft.
Okay, with a T. Okay.
All right,
okay.
but with that being said, right?
Okay. With a T.
I think our biggest problem is accepting our children's realities.
There you go.
Uh-oh.
And the reason why I say that is because the kid may just want to be around football,
Right.
but we want the kid to be
A football
star.
player.
Yeah.
a
No,
star.
no. A star.
A star.
A
A star. You are a star. A
So
star.
with that being said, right?
When he probably gonna be seeing
As-
stars at every
But
play.
but as organizations, as youth organizations, what we need to do for the kids that want to be around the game, all right, have them keep stats,
be manager.
have them be managers, have them be equipment managers. It's still a way to implement these kids that may not be good in football, but keep them around the game. Like, man, great example, great friend of mine, Brad Holmes.
Okay.
Yeah.
He played all 4 years at Chamberlain. He went on to North Carolina A&T. He played all 4 years there. Good football player, good college football player, great high school football player. Didn't play in the NFL, but guess what?
He's coaching probably.
No, he's the GM.
He's the GM for the Detroit
Lions.
Lions.
Oh, that's right. He's the Lions GM. That's right.
GM for the
All right,
Lions.
he was the head scout that actually put them Super Bowl teams together for the Rams these past few years. He was the actual head scout for that team. So you know what? He still was around the game, even though he couldn't play in the league.
But we took and that's another thing. He learned chalkboard. I'm pretty
Yes,
sure because you
yes.
came up under Coach
Turner. Yeah.
Okay, so you
Billy
understand Coach
Redstone.
Turner. You understand chalkboard. You understand game film, and these are other aspects that we don't push anymore. Well, if you think about it, how many NFL head coaches, other than Ron Rivera, how many were actually Todd were really good football players?
You think about
And
it.
if you think about it, now I'm not going to talk about nepotism.
But wait
No,
a minute,
no,
I'm
but
trying to say,
you-
but
you-
I'm
you
trying to
have a
think,
point.
I don't
You have a
know- I
point.
don't know
No,
coaches,
nepotism get a lot of them their jobs
Yeah,
also.
but I'm just saying, but a lot of. But I'm just trying to think.
even
I don't know
Gruden,
any
he
coaches.
was a good football. Jay
I'm
was
thinking
better
about
than
coaches
John.
right
Yeah,
now.
Jay was at
I'm thinking
Chamberlain.
about coaches right now that
Didn't play at all.
that didn't play.
Even coordinators didn't play at all.
Yeah,
But
they
you
didn't play.
You have to understand.
They call quality
most of the
control
guys-
coaches.
Most of the guys that don't play in the league or even your analysts, your sports analysts, those are very smart guys.
Yeah, the journalists.
Like if you look at like Tim McVay, the head coach / OC for the Rams.
Sean McVay.
Sean
yeah.
McVay.
I'm tell you, and I don't mean to cut. I'm tell you something funny. He went to Marist High School, Atlanta private school. He beat Calvin Johnson out for Player of the Year in high school.
So listen to what I'm telling you. So they have a background.
Yeah.
They have a solid background,
Right.
and these guys know the game.
Right.
And just because we don't know their names, and we might, some of them may have been good,
Right.
but you don't have to be great to be around the game.
No.
You don't even have to be good to be around the game.
Or to be
Right.
leaders of men, you don't have to be good
You
at
don't.
what you're doing.
You just have to be good at leading.
Right.
Yeah, I can coach a quarterback. I can't throw a ball. Well, I can, but I mean, you can't.
You
Like
can
I
learn the
say-
position. All right, Andy Reid, did he play quarterback?
He wanted to
Pump, pass, and kick. Yeah.
But did he play quarterback?
Nah, he didn't play
No.
quarterback.
But he's the quarterback whisperer.
Guru. He's a guru.
Guru.
Yeah.
He's the
McNabb.
quarterback whisperer.
Yeah, McNabb, Alex
Mc-
Smith,
yeah.
Mahomes.
Mahomes.
Yeah.
Think about what he
Look
done.
what he did with Vic.
Yeah. It was big as it. Yeah.
Look at his resume. Does
right.
he even look like a quarterback? Is he shaped like a quarterback?
No, sir.
Exactly.
No, sir.
Never was, in fact.
But he's around the game, and he's
I
going to
think
be a
he played
Hall of
tackle, if
Famer.
I'm correct.
He's going to be a Hall of Famer.
You got some arguing whether or not he's a better coach than Belichick, which is out.
I mean, he's not a better
absurd.
coach than Belichick, but I mean, he does. He's
No,
a quarterback.
disrespectful.
He knows the in and outs with his quarterback. So like you said, because Patrick Mahomes getting drafted, I didn't see him doing what he's doing now. I didn't.
But it's a lot of things we don't see.
True.
It's a lot of things we don't see as just fans of the game.
Right.
That's
They're
what
just fans.
Because a fan watches the game for the amount of time on the clock, whereas a coach,
They're watching the game to keep their
immersed
jobs.
in the game. Not only that, he's watching the intricacies. Did you step 6 inches? Did you step 11
Exactly.
inches? Is that a problem? Do you leave a gap here?
Is that a covered
Now,
step?
now
Is that an uncovered
I
step?
want to ask.
There
I'm gonna
you
ask
go.
all of y'all there because I'm a football guy. We all love the game. If you could pick anyone's brain, that coach, living or dead, who would you? Who would be for you? I know who mine is. If I want me to go first, I go first.
Go first.
I say Eddie Robinson out of Grambling.
Okay.
To work in the environment that you did, and also send guys to play at a high level at such a small institution. Resources are limited.
You know, and he was there. You know, he coached Doug. I mean, he coached a lot of great players. Like Charlie Jordan, to me, I think should be in the Hall of Fame. He's not.
Okay.
That was, you know, but I just thought Eddie Robinson would be mine. What about you?
Yes, he is in the Hall of Fame.
He is.
Eddie
I think-
Robinson?
No, Charlie Jordan.
I got to look and
Oh,
see.
no, I
I
don't
think
We'll
he
look and
is.
see. We'll look and see. We'll check and see. We'll go. What about you?
When you say the limited resources, his economic resources were limited, but his character resources.
No, not
were
at all. I'm just
vast.
saying care, but the thing I'm trying to say is
And
that
that
you
would
talk
make
about,
him-
but you talk about
they would make
coaching.
him be a great coach.
But you
Yeah.
talk about before segregation, as far as say where kids only
Okay.
had to go to HBCUs.
Okay.
That was the only show in
That's
town.
fair.
And let's be honest, that means you had the best athletes. I'll say.
Oh no,
that.
ain't no doubt about it. But I just feel that he should get more than what he got. I mean, that's just
No,
because when you talk about great coaches, he never comes up.
Unfortunately, he existed prior to the advent of social media.
Okay,
and
but even like
everything.
Bobby Bowden was before Bobby
They've
Bowden.
forgotten about Bobby Bowden because
Yeah,
we
that's
can
what
talk
I'm
about
saying.
now.
So we've
I'm a
had.
Florida State fan.
I already know that, and he is too.
Yeah.
I was saying, so I'm asking you. So
You can say that with a little more.
okay, so let's
Okay.
fast forward. Who
Okay.
would you say, Ruff? If you could pick a coach's brain, living or dead.
It would have to be Bill Belichick.
Okay. Bill Belichick. Okay. What about you, Coach?
Bill Walsh, easy.
Ooh, okay. Now that's another. And see, to me,
And interesting, like you played defense and I played offense. When we,
Yeah.
we
but
switched,
he's a
we
49er
switched-
fan. But
But no, we
Walsh
switched
was-
coaches. We switched sides of the
Right.
ball. Yeah.
But Walsh was ahead of the game. Like to me, with the offenses, the
All
new
these
ones that they
offenses
run,
today
it's
would
all
not
him.
Variation.
exist.
Yeah.
They're variation.
Because-
without the
Walsh.
West Coast offense.
Right.
their
Agreed.
variation.
Agreed. So Mike Holmgren, who was a branch.
Yes.
That comes with John Gruden. I mean, so
Yes.
several,
Go and
Andy
look at the
Reid.
tree. Go and look at
Andy
the tree.
Reid, yeah, his tree is still there.
Yes.
His tree's still
And,
there.
Yes.
and Belichick can't create a tree. And that's why I like to say, what is it that the guys that come from you miss when they become head
you
coaches?
have to understand. You gotta be fair to Belichick, and the reason why the game has changed. The players are not the same. The players are
Agreed.
not the same. But you
Agreed.
know what they do? You know what the players do? They follow suit in New England. Because when they don't, he get their ass out of there.
No, I like
Agreed.
Belichick. I'm trying to figure out why your coaches can't be as successful.
But that's
without
not. But
him.
that's not. But the thing is,
No,
that
it ain't on him.
No,
I
it's
wanna
not.
know what
No,
they're
it's
not
not.
getting.
It's not him. But the thing I'm trying to say is that
Because once they leave, right, you
Yeah.
got to realize, New England, from what it looks like, I never played for New England, not even a fan, but you see the product. You see what they done. And
Right.
they even still are having success after Brady.
Right.
Just because they didn't win a Super Bowl don't mean
Right.
that they're not successful.
yeah, they went to the
So,
playoffs last
so
year.
with that being said, right, coaches go on to other situations where they might just have been a piece of the puzzle.
Right, that, without a doubt. Listen,
You understand what I'm saying?
what he did with
Agreed.
Matt Castle is incredible.
But he wasn't even the OC. What he did was control the
Yeah,
atmosphere.
exactly.
And every coach we consider great are great managers of people.
There you
Bill
go.
Parcells, Bill Belichick,
Tom Landry.
Bill Walsh, Tom Landry.
Yeah.
Let's go
Tony
Phil
Dungy.
Jackson, Tony Pop,
Yeah.
Tommy Lasorda,
Yeah.
Tony Russo. Like we went to
Jefferson.
listen. Like I'm just being honest with you. Those guys were great managers of people.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And one thing about Belichick, if it looks as if you don't go by a system, you don't have to play in the league to see that he's going to get you out of there. It's my way, or you can go and do a podcast.
And the thing with him is that,
Time out.
he
Yeah, we
picked
got
up.
yellow
But
flag.
like you said,
I'm
he
just saying.
gets guys that are undrafted.
I'm just being honest with you.
Right. He's keeping it official. You get guys that are undrafted, low round picks because he's always trading back. Always trading back. Because he
Wanna
looks
know
for
why?
value in the pick.
Want to know why? Because he looks for football players.
He said he won't take
He
a dumb
don't
player.
get caught up in the eye candy.
Right.
Now he didn't get eye candy until he got Randy Moss.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
think
you're
about
right.
the West Workers, the Troy Browns.
Yeah,
the,
Deion Branch.
We can go
In
on
fact,
forever.
in fact, even though he had something negative to say about him, Asante Samuel
Exactly.
wasn't eye candy. He went right here to you.
Aaron, God forgive me for bringing him up, but Aaron Hernandez played fullback and tight end.
Mm-hmm.
You have to think about what this man did for the game.
And in the NFL, he actually played a 2 tight end system.
Come on, man.
Agreed.
Come
which
on, man.
is crazy.
He's that's the only place where you don't see 5 and 4 wide every down, because they will get under the center and go smash mouth more than any other team we can say other than the Titans, because they have that giant over there, Derrick Henry.
And that's only because they got a quarterback who's overpaid and stealing money. But that goes without saying.
Who was the quarterback over there? Tannehill still?
Yeah,
Tannehill.
I thought they brought somebody else in.
they
Nah,
did, but
they-
he's not gonna play.
Tannehill. They brought Malik Willis. Shout out to Malik Willis. Westlake kid out the city. He had a good game this past week, and I want to get back in the
All right, let's go.
Rough be cutting up, man. Let
Hey,
me
man, let him
get
speak
into
his
this.
truth, man.
Yeah, Rough be cutting up. Anyway,
Okay.
I want to ask you this. Last, say, 2 to 3 months, you've been on your campaign.
Yes,
you
sir.
giving the player the day.
Yes,
stop
sir.
playing. You dabbling with motivational speaking, and I want to ask you because it's funny to me. Because on the surface, you come across as just not say standoffish, but if don't nobody say nothing to you, you ain't saying nothing to nobody. So what got you into that? I'm really intrigued by that.
Well, if you know anybody that played for me, man, like, they know I'm going to go hard for them. So on Saturday mornings, man, to actually see me talk to those kids before we get ready to take the field, man, I just told somebody, man, people think, man, you so into yourself, right? I just told the coach yesterday, man, call me the Wizard of Oz, man. I think I can get a line hard. I think I can get a scarecrow a brain. Because I think I can encourage anybody, man.
Okay.
I think I can encourage anybody because I done seen it bad. I know how bad it gets. Hell, I was a badass child with a mama that worked 2 and 3 and 4 jobs and a brother that had to fill in. You understand what I'm saying? So we done seen the worst. You understand what I'm saying? I know what that looked like.
Right.
So with that being said, we had to encourage ourselves every day. Hey, man, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. It's going to get better. And my mama never got rich. She never got rich. Never.
Right.
But guess what? We all right.
Yeah.
We ain't homeless. And see, people tie success into like a lot of money, right?
Uh-oh.
You got to have a lot of money to be successful. No, I don't.
Uh-oh,
Man,
no,
I get
you
up, I
don't?
go to work every day. I get paid. And I can obtain anything I want out of my needs. So if I want to travel, I can travel. So that's what motivates me. And that's what make me want to motivate other people. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't lose sight of your Don't lose sight of your reality chasing your dreams. And don't kill your dreams because of reality.
Right.
Right.
And it's funny you say that because I tell people all the time it's so important to keep like-minded people and positive people that want to see you win.
Yeah.
We all need cheerleaders, and we need to be cheerleaders.
Right.
Man, I promise you, man. Man, I promise you. I went to a church and I posted this as a reel. World Champions Church.
Okay.
Man, if you ever get a chance, go by there and visit. Man, that pastor a bad man. And, man, I'm still a work in progress, and I can't tell you I'm delivered, but, man, he really touched me with some of the stuff he said, right? And we all feel like we got haters, right? We all feel like we have haters, right? And this man said something, man, that touched me so, and sometimes, man, you could end up being a hater and don't know it because you don't know how to involve a higher power. Admiration without a higher power. Some people say the Holy Spirit. I don't know what you believe in, so I'm going to say a higher power. Admiration without a higher power can turn into envy and jealousy.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
And we can all fall into that. So I can see you doing something great, right? Instead of me saying, hey, boy, you killing them. Boy, you killing them, boy. Man, I love to see you do that. Man, who you think he is?
There you go.
Just because I don't like who you be around. Now, you said something last week that I ain't agree with. Man, who you think? He always got something smart to say. I don't care if you said that last week. Man, if you just did a good job on something, hey, boy, you killed him just then, boy. You killed him just then,
But
man.
I still live by the adage that everybody don't want to see you win. And I tell people,
That's a change.
I ain't
from where
mad.
we grew up, though.
Yeah, that's a change. I ain't mad with nobody, and ain't no egos over here.
No, it's not. But everybody don't want to see you in. But you know what you're doing for those who don't want to see you win? You giving them a purpose.
Yeah, you give them
You still
motivation.
blessing them. One thing about it, when you going in that stadium, right? When I go and coach, right? And it's a big game, and I see all them people over there cheering, right? The reality is, I know all of them ain't cheering for me.
Right.
Some of them cheering and they hoping that I lose.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm telling you?
I feel
So, but you know what I got them doing though? I got them cheering. So I got my fans and I got my haters cheering. Because you know what your haters don't want nobody to know? They want to act like a fan. A lot of your haters fans now.
Oh,
Don't get it
absolutely.
twisted. And when you lose, man, I told you so. But when you win, boy, you did that, boy. But they got to go home and look themselves in the mirror.
Yeah. I mean, real talk. Like I said, I just think that's what. And me and Ruff talk often. I just don't get. Me and you been rapping like I just don't get the mindset. Well, why is it that here it is 2022? We don't want to see people that look like us
Succeed.
win and be successful.
Particularly
And
in,
what
ignorance.
areas that either you don't want to participate in, can't participate in, and never had a desire to participate in that area. There's plenty of success to go around because there's a multitude of endeavors that we can all move into.
Man, you have to realize, man, some people, like I said, what do we call success? And some people are angry. They're not angry at you. They're just mad that they're not you.
There you go.
And once you learn that and you can master that, man, you going to be all right. Because you ain't, the thing about it, people be like, man, I got a problem with him. Well, I don't have a problem with you. I don't have a problem with you.
I ain't mad with nobody.
I don't.
No.
Yeah.
I don't. And like even in growing, like man, I can promise. I've been on my job 10 years, right? And in those 10 years, I've grown so much. Because man, I was an asshole when I first got there. Excuse my French, but it's English.
Okay.
I was a jerk when I got there. I was. Played a little bit too much. Didn't take it serious. And it was a supervisor. You know, people say when they see you moving different and you ain't doing what you was normally doing, and they see you start growing, oh, now you an ass kisser. Damn, you trying to grow. And I almost fell into it. Man, they always got something to say. They always got something smart to say, and it was starting to like aggravate me, right? But then the only reason why they have something to say because I wasn't doing that same old crowd, man.
You were growing.
I was growing.
You weren't feeding it.
I wasn't feeding it. So now they see me coming in at 4 o'clock in the morning. Now I'm coming in at 4, right? And I'm going to get this knowledge from this dude that don't nobody really want to deal with, right? But that ain't my problem. They don't want to deal with him. I don't have no problem with him. I don't.
Okay.
You were moving on to the next thing.
Man,
In
you know
your
what I
life-
believe?
in your life, the next
Exactly.
thing in your life.
And you know what? You know what I realized? I couldn't get there without him. So once I was smart enough to know the players in the game, it was a problem for you. Because you knew who the player was, but you ain't had the courage to go and say, hey, man, help me with this.
They said 1988, right? These are the things that change boys to men.
And ever since, right? This man ain't did nothing but take me under his wing, and he still showed me that, hey, I still run this now.
Yeah.
Hey, slow down now.
Okay.
And we disagree. We could disagree. He just had me mad 2 weeks ago. And he came out to the job site. He know I was mad. But he came out there, check on me just to see what my head was. I said, man, you know you had me mad. He said, yeah, I know. He said, I don't care. You'll be all right.
Okay.
And that's why I respect him. Because
Yeah.
there's no gray area with him. It's black and white. You know where he stand. Now, a lot of people might say they don't like him. But, man, some days I don't like him. But I never disrespect him because he ain't never disrespected me.
That's fair. Now, before we get into our second break, I got to put Chang on the spot. I on the phone with Chang last week.
Okay.
I said it's hard but fair. Chang, can you please tell everybody what your response was?
The fan February and they serve good food.
There you go.
Man, it ain't about being, life ain't fair. Man,
Okay.
life ain't fair.
The fast February, they serve good food.
That's it.
Nobody
bet-
ever said life was
I'm
fair.
telling you, hey.
Nobody never said
no
it was
doubt
fair.
about that. No doubt. I'm with you when you're right. So we're going to get into our second break. Sir will give us 2 songs. So this is going to be
Yeah,
brought
make sure
to you by...
do 2 songs this
Yeah,
time,
2
man.
songs, sir.
Because
Please.
he must have had a bang on that.
I had it right.
really
Yeah,
wanted
I'm playing because this is around your era. But anyway, we're going to
Yeah.
get to it.
Yeah,
so I'm
let's
going
go.
to go acknowledge 2 other sponsors also. My man Carlos Martin over there at 40th Street Auto Repair. Check them out, 813-443-4730 at 7101 North 40th Street. And if you take a look at what we got on, you see the Chop Shop apparel
Yes, sir.
that Being Rough got on. Check out Elevated Designs, man, 813-400-7015. We're going to get into Crunch Time Survivors when we get back.
Yes, sir.
Serge, give me 2 songs, please.
Give him 2 songs. Make sure you play that banger.
bumping two of them old classics for me. So we can get into it. Now, before we, on the other side of the break, we talked about Crunch Time Survivors. And I want you to go and elaborate, let everybody know what you got going on with that, what that movement is in regards to.
Crunch Time Survivors, man. It's basically just, man, we showcasing life through sports, through music, through adversity, through everyday life events. And, like, it's easy to interview the guys that's going to college, getting drafted in MLB, NFL, NBA. But what about the guys that fell short?
Yeah.
Fell to the B side.
Yeah.
What about them? And because, like, there's no such thing in understanding winning if you never lost.
Yeah, there you go.
You will never, appreciate it. You'll never respect it if you never understand what it's like to lose.
Right.
So I want people to hear these people's stories that, like I'm talking about great talents around the areas that didn't pan out because of decisions that they made. Now, some of these guys actually came back and they redeemed themselves, and I'm talking about what we talked about success. Just because they didn't go to the league, they're taking care of their families.
Right.
They're doing positive things.
Right.
And that need to be showcased as well, because everybody's not going to the pros.
Right.
And then like in life events, like, man, we're going to talk about financial stability as far as like teaching our youth this stuff like you say with the teachers. Right. Like I support teachers big time.
Absolutely.
I think it's the only profession that it's the most disrespected profession in the world, because I don't know no successful person in the world that didn't have the influence of a teacher.
Exactly.
And it's sad.
And we all sitting here, we all had a teacher that you knew you didn't want to disappoint.
Right. You're
going to go the extra mile to make sure that you're going to do that for that teacher. And
Yes.
they pushed you, and they demanded excellence out of you.
You carry something about them with you every day.
Yes. Yes. So with that being said, and the reason why, Crunch Time Survivors, because I survived Crunch Time. Mm-hmm. And after I survived Crunch Time, and Crunch Time for some is going to be, do you have the courage to make the last play of the game and living with the outcome, no matter what happens? And for others, it's going to be the first of the month. The rent's due. The children hungry. They depending on you to make a play. And you got to do something. And like I say, it's the most difficult times where a man will discover who he really is. Now name one time more difficult than Crunch Time.
None.
But I tell people all the time, there's three types of people in the world. You got those that don't know what happened, those that wonder what happened, those that make things happen.
Yes, sir.
And that's the truth. I mean, Bushwick Bill said it on the Dr. Dre Chronic album back in 1992, and that stuck.
Stranded on death row.
Straight on death row. So you already know what it is there. Respect.
Yes, sir.
You already know. So that's what I'm saying. With that being said, and I tell my wife all the time, I say, if we don't do it, who gonna do it? Who gonna do it? You know what I'm saying? That's
The
what you
ones
guys
that's not scared to.
Yeah. And that's the truth. And successful people make things happen.
They were always willing to venture out somewhere
and do something to make them uncomfortable to achieve their success.
I'm gonna be totally honest with you, man.
Okay.
It was it was somebody, man, that just, man, I be joking all the time, but people like just see I have charisma, I can work a room, and they say, man, you need your own show. And I be like, man, stop playing, man, I can't do that for real. I just be joking. They say, no, man, your personality like you're natural.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I don't think that. But then I woke up one day and say, man, I think I can do it. Why not?
But let me cut you off. You can do it. But see, the thing is, though, when you have gifts like my passion, like your passion is people.
Yeah.
My passion is people.
Yeah.
Ruff has a different passion. People's not his.
But that's okay.
But that's okay.
But that's a balance.
But I know. But like I said, and I know with him, we play off each other so well. Yeah. It's almost like we think the same.
But that was kind of bad. What it is?
No.
Your passion is not people.
But that's okay.
I have a demand. I have an expectation, because for those who don't know, what's my background? My background is more historical. I've been all over the world. And I know what we came from.
This Bobby Brown here, just so the record.
No,
listen. Everybody in your life for a purpose. You know what his purpose is?
Yeah.
To keep you from falling from bullshit at times. We all got one like that. Yeah. Everybody have, man, I got a partner just like that.
Like I said, we've been running. I've been doing him since 1990.
And we met under the most
Under
unusual.
and I'm just, it's so crazy how we just clicked up, and like I say, he done been to Tallahassee. We done played flag together. I mean, he went off, got married, we already had kids, and we always had that dynamic for the last probably say 11, 12 years. We've been rolling.
Man, but for me, it's my brother was not me and him not switch roles, and then my partner, my brother Calvin Pierce.
Calvin.
Oh man, that fella, man,
Good
Calvin,
dude, man.
great
Good
dude.
dude.
That's
Good
a
dude.
brother to me. That's a real brother
Good
to
dude,
me.
solid brother,
That's
man.
but he was my balance, especially me. Fact about it, man.
Good dude,
He need to
man.
come back to coaching. I really need him right now, but he won't come back. Hey man, I need you to come back.
He's an Acosta dude, isn't he? Wasn't it Acosta?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I think he played with Roland. I think
No,
he
he's
played.
Acosta.
The dad, he played with
I
Dash.
played against
Acosta.
Calvin.
Yeah, Calvin. They say he was the. Now listen. Now I used to think he was just playing.
Oh, he-
Until one day he used to say, "Man, I'm the greatest Spartan ever." We
Oh,
go in the
no,
Trig restaurant, man. I never forget this, man, because he's a braggadocious dude, man.
Yeah.
Now, listen, but I wouldn't have him no other way. Stand up dude. We go in the Trig restaurant, so it's one guy. I forget his name, man, but if his face come to me, I remember.
Who Eric?
No, man. I can't think of his name. But he say, Calvin Pierce, the greatest Spartan ever. So
That's all you need to hear.
He say, see? He say, see? I told you. And man, let me tell you something. That man, he's the same everywhere. Weddings, bar mitzvahs, parties, funerals. The man, I don't think he have a serious. He can be serious for a few, but then he's right back to being Calvin.
Yeah.
But he's one of the smartest people.
Oh,
I know.
Solid
yeah,
dude. Like I
yeah.
say, solid dude. We used to play him, rest in peace, Big Herb,
Yeah.
and Ty. They play in our employee league. And one thing about him, he talk a lot of junk. He talk about, so you guarded me today. I never forget we was in play. We was looking at time.
No, that wasn't going to happen.
And he was like, you guard me today. I said, yeah, I'm guarding you today. And man, he was, and he let you know when he scored. He talking to you now.
Hey, check this out. I got a funny story.
Go ahead.
Me and him almost got beat up at a national tournament. All right. So we playing this team from Buffalo, right?
Okay.
So man, it's getting grimy. I'm talking about, man, these kids are so disrespectful. Like, listen, it got to a point where I'm like, man, let's just get out of the game. And man, I don't even know if we should even shake hands, man. Let's just go ahead and get out of here, right?
Yeah.
So Calvin was like, nah, we'll shake hands. Da, da, da. He the main one say, man, we'll shake hands. We all right. So once again, y'all think the dads are bad.
Oh, I
It
already
was
know.
this mama, because we weren't supposed to beat them, because that's when we had Lou, Zay, and Tone. It was a whole bunch of those kids. Like, we had a great team.
Okay.
And man, it was this mama running around with a helmet, and Calvin looked at it, he pointed at it. He said, look, you little ponytail have an MF. Hey, listen, right? We couldn't even be serious. Cause he went right to the lady ponytail, right? And we looked at our ponytail, it was about this big. And I said, man, that's why she acted like that, man. She woke up upset.
Wow.
She woke up upset, man. And Calvin, man, I was like, Calvin, that's the only thing you saw was her ponytail. You didn't see the helmet or none of that. You just saw her ponytail. Then she had to stop and think, well, maybe my ponytail is blue. I said, man, Cal, you crazy, man.
Yeah,
You
he good
crazy.
dude,
But
like
man,
I
I've
said.
been in the trenches a long time.
He's solid dude. Shout out to Cole and
Long
KJ,
time.
man. They
Oh, yeah.
KJ was on the show with us last
KJ
year.
doing some great things with his
He
dog.
is, his dog, no doubt. So, also let everybody know, man, you got October. We got breast cancer coming up, man. Let everybody know what you got going on.
We're looking at October 1st for the breast cancer walk. And October 22nd, we're going to have a BCA party for women that's pretty much, done fought the fight. And women that's going through the fight. We just want to do something special for them. And we're going to be doing a raffle. And the person that wins, we're going to do something very nice for you. Very nice for you. So, fellas, put on your grown man clothes. I ain't saying you got to wear a Steve Harvey 15-piece suit. But, if you choose to, that's on you. Ladies, put on them pink dresses. And we going to have some pure grown folks fun.
Gonna be a pink out.
It's going to be a pink out, man.
Okay.
It's going to be a pink out, man.
Okay. I heard Eddie put the main on.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a hustler flow there.
Yeah, man. But, yeah, man, it's some great things. Hey, man, it's just some great vibes, man. There's some great things going on in the city, man.
But I think it's something else too, and I know with you, cause we're gonna unveil probably the next 40 minutes. We're gonna unveil the Wingstop Chop Shop Super 13.
Okay.
What storyline are you most interested about this upcoming season? We've got some transfers. We've got some
Yeah.
big games this year. Like I looked at Armwood's schedule. Armwood first half of the schedule is brutal.
They probably had the toughest schedule in the league.
They got
in City this year.
Bloomingdale, Gaither, Warden, Jesuit, 4 straight weeks.
Well, you know, man, listen, man. Because
look-
they be trying to put old Coach Chang on the spot, man. 'Cause,
I gotta ask you. You know,
no,
people
no, no,
wanna know.
not you. I'm talking about people in the city, man. Like some of my partners, they be wanting me to say certain things about certain kids and this and that, and I'm gonna say it because the kids know I love them. But I'm gonna give you my true assessment of the game. So, with that being said, man, it's gonna be some great football in Tampa this year. Great football. You got Warden and Jesuit.
Yeah.
You have
That's out the
Tech
gate.
and
That's out-
Warden.
That's out, yeah.
You have Warden and Tech. You have Armwood and
Jesuit.
Tech.
Armwood
and
Tech.
Jesuit.
Yeah.
TC and Jesuit. You have, man, it's gonna be some great football, man. It's some, and I can honestly say we have 3 backs. 3 of the best backs in the state of Florida are right here in Hillsborough County.
I'm gonna ask you this.
I ain't gonna say that. I'm just going.
go ahead. What you-
No, I'm
what-
just. I'm
what you
thinking
wanna
because
say?
you know, I watched a lot of these teams, so I'm just gonna. I try not to make it because they're still in high school, so I'll treat them as kids. But there's gonna be some pretty interesting football, I'll say.
Yeah.
This year,
Yeah.
but you know, when you say 3 of the best, I'm thinking about.
The
who
name, we can say them.
No, I'm not gonna say name. I'm thinking about who I some matchups that I'm looking forward to. And I told him based on what I saw, and I knew was coming back this year. So I have a surprise pick. They won't be probably my top. They might not make the top 5, but there's a team that I'm looking forward to seeing how they line up because I'm high on their quarterback.
Well, like I said, we're gonna do that short. I mean, we're gonna
We're gonna get into that.
We're gonna get into that. So, like I
Yes,
said,
might
if
be a
y'all want
surprise.
to, if y'all want to, we can, you know,
Man,
we're
listen.
doing the high school preview next week. So, I mean, I got a couple more questions.
All right, let's go through the
for
questions.
Coach Chain, and then we can go ahead and move on. Now, another one I like to ask you, and you've been coaching so long. Is it hard for you to turn it off? Like when you get home, like, you know what, I'm out of coach mode. I left it at the field, or do you still take that with you?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I really like now. I think I got the urge again because people counting us out.
Okay.
I think it's going back home with me again.
Okay.
Cause like for the past 2 years, I kind of like been enjoying life. You know, like situations change, demographics change,
Right.
And you know, like I was enjoying life, and it wasn't going home with me. I mean, I was doing, you know,
Right, you was
things
being
do.
you.
Yeah, I was being me.
Right.
But now it's personal. Cause now these teams want to kick old Chain when they think he down, you know, scope forward on me, and you know. So now it's personal. So now I got a group of kids that want to be coached, and I want to coach.
Okay.
So now you damn right it's going home with me. It's
Okay.
waking up with me.
How old are you kids this year?
12.
12.
It's waking up with me.
Okay.
And now it's and each like we scrimmaged the varsity because like I told him, like, man, you only gonna be as good as the people you practice against every day.
Yeah.
So we practice against our varsity.
Competition makes you better.
And the confidence.
Absolutely.
Now some of the days, you know, the varsity probably can pump us, but man, we really got down with them yesterday.
Y'all bumped yesterday.
Well, we bumped yesterday, boy, and that's
Okay.
why I felt so good. That's why they was on the player today, man.
Okay. Now I ain't gonna never ask you who best player you coached because I don't want nobody to get offended. Best player you coached against Little League.
Man, Xavier Townsend, man,
Went to Berkeley.
went to Berkeley.
Okay. Is
he's not. I
Is he
want
a
to say
senior or a junior this
no.
year?
He's at. I want to say he's at
Iowa State.
No, he's at UCF.
Okay.
Man, let me tell you about this Joker, man. I ain't gonna say he's one of the best,
Okay.
but he's up there. But it's this thing that me and him share. I never got a chance to coach him. I used to recruit him.
Okay.
I used to recruit him. I mean, it's open recruit now in Little League because
Okay.
you recruit my players, I'm gonna recruit yours. Guess what? We want to win.
Okay.
If you ain't recruiting, you ain't trying to win.
Okay.
And you can do it in Little League. This ain't high school, so if you're not recruiting in Little League, you're not trying to win.
Okay.
Also, with that being said, but anyway, when 2015, 15 or 16, it was one of them. I had just came back from the Giants. I won the Super Bowl with the Giants, and then I came back to the Jazz because my brother had done fired my ass. I remember.
Now,
Maybe
let me
I
ask,
got
how many Super Bowls have you won?
Shit, man. Shoot, I'm sorry. I don't even know.
Okay.
But I got a
that's a big
chain.
resume.
I got a chain with like, people say, man, you know, your chain could be a little offensive, but it got bullets on them, right? They say, what do you need that chain? What that chain represent? I say, all the championships I won and the coaches I killed along the way. But with that being said, go back to the story about X. We had a good game. They beat us 20-6. They beat us 20-6 the first time we played them, right? But that time, I was going through some things and I went to the hospital that Wednesday. So I was like, man, I'll be out by Thursday because, you know, they had me on this. They had me on the monitor for my heart and some stuff. And Calvin, I never forget, he came. I say, Calvin, if I'm not out of here by Saturday morning, I'm checking myself out. Calvin said, man, you tripping. Saturday morning came, they were talking about keeping me in there for, what they call a stress test.
Yeah.
I said, man, y'all can let me do that with my primary. Yeah, I got insurance. Good insurance, too.
Okay.
I gotta let me do that with my primary, man. I went on ahead and I'm thinking I'm gonna have this heroic story. Like I checked out against my own medical advice. Hey, look, I checked out against my own medical advice. And we got our ass whooped 20-6. And Lil Duke was the other running back. He ate us alive.
Yeah.
He ate us alive.
And what team they played with?
The Colts, the West Chase Colts.
West Chase Colts, okay.
So after we lost that game, we sat in Denny's on Dale Mabry.
Okay.
The game was over at 10.
Okay.
We left Denny's at 4 in the morning. And we coached for the Super Bowl the rest of the season. We practiced 3 plays for that season. So now we did everything we were supposed to do, and they did everything they were supposed to do.
Okay.
So now it's Super Bowl Saturday, boy.
Okay.
It's Super Bowl Saturday. My boy Lewis Carter ready.
Okay.
He ready. I got another story to tell you, too.
Okay.
My boy Lewis Carter, he ready. I said, you ready, Lou? He said, yeah, coach. Yeah, and Lewis Carter, man, great kid. Y'all gonna hear a lot about him.
Yeah.
And so we see X. No, we see him at the Plant game. That's when Plant, I went to state that week. So
Okay.
the kid, Jamie Smiley, right about me talking about, hey, Coach Chain. I said, all right, okay. So y'all ready? This how the coach that, but you know, it's just friendly stuff,
Yeah.
you know, because I'm all
Friendly
right with
fire.
all of the kids. I
Friendly
love all the
fire,
kids.
yeah.
So Saturday come, we kick off. Oh boy, it's a good game. We going back and forth, back and forth. The kid Jaden Harris that play up at Allen University, son to me. Man, he bombed him. They go down the field with the big tight end, Vanderjack. I think that's his name. He played at Jesuit, but he played baseball now.
Yeah.
So, shootout, we go up. Oh, man, it's time to kick the ball back off to them. We score. I say, no, don't kick the ball to X. No, don't kick the ball to X. The ball in the going in the air. X got the ball. He running up the sideline. He coming up the sideline. He look at me. Hey, Coach Shane. I wasn't tripping. He scored. He came back to me. Yeah. So we
Okay.
end up winning the game.
Okay.
We going to shake hands.
Okay.
Hey, X. And me and him laugh about that
To this day.
every.
That's cool.
Every time we see each
he
other.
got off in the Newman game when they played against Peyton Manning's nephew.
Yeah.
He got off in that game.
Man, that's a bad man.
So-
And he's a great person.
That's cool.
His
That's
parents
what it's
did a real
about.
great job with
That's
him.
what it's about. Good parents breed good kids. So
Yep.
we're going to take our last break. This is going to be brought to you by my folks, Mike Tridd, Air Tridd out there at Conan's. Best barbecue right there in downtown Carver City, man. 813-870-0404 at 1510 North Hubert Avenue. Serge got 2 more songs for us, and I'm going to let Serge bump
We got
them.
2 songs.
two
songs.
songs.
Got you.
Go ahead, bump them for me, Serge.
I got one more story about the motivation. I got one more story.
back at it, man. That was our last break before we get out of here. So Coach Hayes talking about another story. Go ahead and give us the what you were talking about.
So like it's like that gift, like to get kids. Man, sometimes kids just want to play for you, right? And it's like I got that gift to where I can get it out of them. And I never forget it. We was playing a spring game, and this kid named Torino Troop. He was a little undersized kid.
Okay.
You know, like but he had heart.
Okay.
He had heart. And we was getting ready to play Countryside in the spring, and they had this kid Zakar Lewis. He's a great talent too.
Okay.
I think he's at Carrollwood Day.
Okay.
And I end up coaching them the following year,
Okay.
Which is crazy.
Right.
So we getting ready to play them, and they the big gun in the spring on their side in Clearwater, and we the big gun on our side.
Okay.
And then in the pregame, I said, man, I'm so sick of hearing about this kid CJ. I'm so sick of hearing about him. I say, listen, man. I said, we've been disrespected all spring, then nobody expect us to be here. Nobody. I say, listen, I said the most disrespectful thing you can do to a man where I grew up at was take his shoes. That's the most disrespectful thing you can do. It's take his shoes. I want the shoes. I want the shoes.
Okay.
All right, they hype. Listen to what I'm telling you now. They hype.
Okay.
So one of the kids asked me, Coach, you want his foot in it? I say, no, you tripping. I say, tripping. I want his shoes.
Okay.
So listen, right? They kicked the ball. No, first play from scrimmage because they didn't have kickoffs. We started them at 20.
Right.
CJ get the ball. Pow. Man, a shoe come 50 yards, come from the middle of the field, a shoe come to the sideline and say, here, Coach, I love you. The ref say, Coach, he do it again. I got to get him out of here. I say, Coach, what he did? But from that moment, man, listen, you don't know how much of an impact a youth football coach plays in a young man's life.
Agreed. It's very underrated, and I also think it's overlooked. Because like you said, a lot of kids today don't have father figures, so as they play, you're the only male figure that they see.
Yeah.
You know, and with that, you interact with them, and it's like, you know, okay, they'll go through a wall for you.
Yeah.
I heard one of your speeches that you spoke with the kids after practice. I was like, man, it hit me, and I was, you know, almost 50. And I'm like, you know, but that, like you said, there's certain coaches that can get the most out their kids.
Yeah.
And that's your gift.
Yeah.
You know, and you can do that.
Yeah.
So, you know, but before we get into this, and I'll offer best player you played against in high school.
Best player I played against. Man, there was a few of them, man. Like it was a Dwayne Ward at Plant City.
He was tough.
Zane Gilmore at Robinson.
Okay.
Clint Moore at Gaither.
Grown man. Started out at Tech.
Yeah.
Yeah, grown man.
Me and Clint played together after that Big Hill.
Okay.
Hell, Jira McIntyre.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jira, man, let me tell you something.
tough.
Let me tell you something. People don't know how bad that fella there was, man. Let me tell you something. He was the first signee to USL.
Okay.
That's a bad man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jira McIntyre.
Okay.
What did he do? What did he do?
Yeah.
I think they stole Jira's swag and gave it to Ricky on Boys in the Hood. I still say that.
You still say that?
Man, Jira was a bad man, man. A bad man. I can't take. Jeggy was bad too. I played against Jeggy. Donald Riche
was tough.
Man, there's so many of them.
Riche was tough.
Riche was tough.
Yeah, he was. Like I said, I think that's the thing that every year is certain kids. Like I was on Jay Gaynor. I like
Jay coach with me. That's my running back coach.
Yeah, I love Jay at Brandon. Then there was another kid, Corey Baker.
Corey Baker
out
was
of
good.
Armwood. Then you had Antoine Fleming at Plant City.
Man, listen, I played against Baby.
Grown man. Yeah,
I played it. Not he was a youngin. Like I was a senior. He was a 10th grader.
Yeah.
And see, back then you had JV.
Yeah.
No, but he didn't even play no JV.
Baker East Bay was undefeated. Beat Hillsborough that year. They were undefeated playing Armwood, and Corey Baker ran crazy.
Okay.
I never forget that. So like you said, we've had a lot of kids come through here, and I think the legacy is going to continue because there's some big name kids. I want to really see signing day what the kids are going to do because there's a lot of kids going to make some moves.
I got something I want to say because I'm tired of having this argument, and I'm going to go ahead and settle it right now.
Okay.
people keep asking me the greatest Jaguar team I ever coached,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And boy, we done had some talent over there.
Okay.
I promise you.
Okay.
The greatest team I ever been a part of was the 2012 team.
Okay.
And off that
You had Malik on that team.
off that 2012 team,
And
three of those
Nelson.
kids
On that team.
are in NFL camps.
Nelson's on that. No, the 12 wouldn't have been Nelson.
Nelson
No.
didn't play for the Jazz.
No, he didn't play for the Jazz.
Nelson
No,
didn't play for the Jazz.
no.
That's Travell.
That's Travell Harris,
Travell and
Isaiah Brown,
Isaiah Brown.
and Malik Davis.
Okay. And y'all won the whole thing?
Oh yeah, my brother. That's your man. Anytime me and Duke coach together, it's unfair.
Okay.
It's unfair.
So Duke ran the offense?
And
or-
I ran the defense.
Okay. What you ran, a 4-3, 5-2, or you moved
I
around?
run something called adjust. Anything you show us, we're gonna adjust to it.
Okay.
So it may be like we may line up in the over or under, depending on what you do. So I don't call it a true 4-3 or true 4-4. We're gonna teach these kids football.
Okay. That's fair. So what we're going to do now, this is actually brought by our last sponsor, my good folks over there at Wingstop, Marcus McCants, Kim McCants, shout out to y'all. Ryan and Kim, hope y'all first week of school went well. Got 4 locations, 23044 State Route 54 in Loops, 813-705-9464. One in Wesley Chapel, 1219 Bruce B. Downs Boulevard, Wesley Chapel, 813-536-0222, right there by Wiregrass High School, Wiregrass Ranch. Then we got locally, a little closer, 9305 North 56th Street, Temple Terrace, 813-373-5174. And where it all started, 2776 East Fowle Avenue, Tampa, 813-903-9464. So what we're going to do starting next week, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to predict games. We're going to have a game of the week. Chop Shop will be present for a game of the week. And then also what we're going to do, we're going to check the stats and the 5 players. We're going to come together, put 5 players out, put it on Facebook Saturday morning, let you, the fan, vote, and whoever's got the most votes can go to Wingstop and eat free that week. So
I'm doing it.
we try to do something, something different. So with that being said, we finna get into this Wingstop Chop Shop Super 13. So as I call these out, I know you said you torn, you looking at a couple different things, but
I won't say it. I don't see 13, but okay. I'll try to come up with 2 more. I barely see 10.
okay, well, I mean, but you got to rank. It's 36 teams. We got to rank. I mean, hey, if they lose the game, we got 13 teams. Okay, number 13, Tampa Catholic Crusaders.
Damn, we down at 13?
We got them at 13, man. We got
I
them
don't
at
like
13.
that.
Well, listen.
You trying to tell me it's 13 teams better than TC?
I said 12.
12.
I said 12. So we finna call it, like I say, the game's got, just like the late, great Kuda P said, Ebo said, the game got to be played. So right now they started at 13. Let's see what happens.
13?
At 13.
I got to hear who ahead of them.
Okay.
I got to.
Number 12,
I think we're okay now.
Carrollwood Day.
We beat Carrollwood Day last year, man. Don't do that.
Listen, the schedule's out.
All right,
We'll see what happens.
Go ahead.
Number 11, Zephyr Hills Bulldogs. Number 11. Hey,
That's not who I saw, but okay.
okay.
Go ahead.
Number 10, the Newsom Wolves.
Child, please. I don't.
You got
Okay.
Newsom number 10?
You got Newsom at
number 10. I
10.
got Newsom at 10.
Wow.
At 10.
That's going to be interesting when you hear my top 5.
Okay. Number 9, the Bloomingdale Bulls. I got them at 9.
They rank way.
Okay. Number
Okay.
8, the Gaither Cowboys. Number 7, the Armwood Hawks.
Okay.
Number 6, Sumner Stingrays.
Okay.
Number 5, the Berkeley Bucks.
Okay.
Number 4, Hillsborough Terriers. Number 3, Jesuit Tigers.
Okay.
Number 2, the Tampa Bay Tech Titans. And number 1, we got the Warden Wildcats. So we can, like I say, we can agree to disagree. This is early.
Now, let me ask
putting
you
it out
something.
now.
Let me ask you something.
Talk to me.
When you came up with this list,
I already said this to you, but go ahead.
I know, right? Because I seen
Go
some
ahead.
of this.
Go
But when
ahead.
you came up with this list, did you respect the body of work?
Tampa Catholic.
I'ma say Oswald number 1.
Okay, Warden has a lot.
Jesuit should be with number 1. If you said it, they won it.
Okay, Jesuit did win it. They lost a lot too.
You talking about coming back?
But you know who they didn't lose?
Who they didn't lose?
Joe Burrow.
Okay, they didn't
They lose Joe.
Okay, they didn't lose Joe. Listen, hey, but the good thing about that is out the gate next Friday.
Yeah.
They at Warden. That's our game of the week. 1 against 3.
Man, they're at Warden.
They at
1 against
Warden.
3. Okay, that's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, so like I say,
That's
we'll
gonna
see.
be a good game now.
Now, let me put this out there right now,
Go ahead.
so there's no confusion.
Go ahead.
Jesuit, and I'm talking to all Jesuit alumni fans. You beat Warden on Friday. I have no choice but to put you as number 1. I have no choice.
That's fair.
I have no choice.
That's fair. Now, why you say Warden number 1? Because of their offseason acquisition?
I believe the moves they made in the offseason, they loaded up, and I think Warden is putting all their chips into the middle.
Now,
of the
Warden
table.
lost a lot up front offensively last year.
Okay. But like
Now,
I say,
it's going to be interesting.
Okay, so
but they did get the kid, Jet Jensen.
Okay.
Which is a good quarterback. The
Right.
fact about it, they have 2 good quarterbacks over there. They did get Stacy,
They got the lineman from Jesuit.
you talking about RJ. You talking about RJ McCullough.
That makes
Right.
a difference.
That do make a difference.
They got
RJ
the
McCullough.
lineman
Okay.
from Jesuit.
But he plays defensive line.
Okay.
No, they got an offensive lineman from there.
Yeah, they got, but the thing
Nah.
about it is, but this
They
is
made
so
some
early.
great moves.
This is so
But
early
hold
in
up.
the game. It's so early, like I said, and changes can be made.
Now listen, this is what I will say,
Talk
right?
to
You
me.
should have went 1A, 1B.
But I can't do 1A, 1B.
they gotta
No,
Right.
but you got to make a choice. You have to make a
Yeah,
choice.
that-
But
that's what I'm
with that
going
being
with.
said, but we got to go with body of work, man.
Okay.
You
But
can't-
like I say,
no,
I
but
could
this
be
your
wrong.
opinion. This your opinion.
Exactly.
This your opinion,
Right,
and
I could be
this
wrong.
your show. So I'm gonna respect and go what you go with. You the man. No, because I'm in your house. So
Okay.
with that being said, I'm not gonna disrespect your house, but I will say this. It's gonna be some great football played.
No doubt.
These games will not be blowouts.
Okay.
They might be on a 6-point swing either way.
Right.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you. Armwood, I just talked to Ricardo Watson the other day.
Okay.
He say they the black horse,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I talked to Alonzo Ashwood.
Okay.
Boy, he said a lot of people in trouble.
Okay.
And he ain't talking noise because he's one of the most humble dudes you'll ever meet.
doubt.
But I saw their team last year and they returned a lot.
They did.
All right. Tech only lost 1 person in their front 4.
They did.
And they got the kid Corey from Tampa Catholic.
Right.
All right. They had a young secondary with the kid Johnny Tyson Jr.
Yeah.
Tyson Stroud.
Good boy.
They listen. They take it, and up front, man, Drew.
loaded, yeah.
They had
They
Drew.
loaded,
They got the
they
kid
loaded.
Kamen, and then the D coordinator Hobbs. He's pretty good.
Yeah, they loaded up. Like I say, we early in the game, so this just ain't nobody play. They got preseason games this week. Next Friday, 1 against 3. And that's really good to jump
So
out the
you had
gate
to
with
pick
that.
right now. If you had to pick right now, who you say? 1 against 3.
I like Warren.
You like Warren?
I could be proven wrong. Like I say, we'll be there Friday.
Okay.
We'll be there next Friday. Or Chop Shop will be on location.
Okay.
Next Friday.
Now this is what I will say.
Okay.
What I will say, because I love what Mike's doing over there.
Okay.
And I do. Mike has turned that program around in a matter of a season.
Right.
Because Warden was on the downstreet prior to him getting there.
Okay.
And what he did over there is phenomenal. I promise you. And he's actually getting those kids offers over there. You know, everything is about O's now. So he's going head in the right direction. That's what's appealing to getting kids to come to his school.
Yeah.
And getting Stacy, getting RJ McCullough. Then you already have Booker Pickett over there, which is
grown man.
A grown man.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be special. But they had Booker Pickett against Tech last year.
Yeah, but like I say, one thing about it, you know.
Oh, we forget about the DB, the kid Didi.
Yeah, forgot about
It's a
him too.
bad
So like I
man.
said, they gon' I think Warden. I like what they got. I'm gonna let Ruff do his 13. Go ahead, bro. What you got?
Well, I'm gonna start at the bottom with Leonard,
Okay.
then y'all, Chamberlain, Plant City,
Okay.
Tampa.
Chamberlain.
They're gonna
Okay.
be, y'all gonna be better than you think. Tampa Catholic,
Okay.
Hillsboro,
Okay.
Bloomingdale,
Okay.
Armwood.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Zoe.
Okay,
That's
something.
fine.
Okay.
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 I had something at 6, so you good?
Newsom.
Okay, I had him at 10.
Man, what you know that we don't know that you feel like Newsom gonna be that high?
Newsom played Tech tough, but they got a lot of guys.
No,
coming back.
Newsom has a difficult offense that people it takes them a while to adjust
They
to.
played the old Veer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
and they
and
played
Midline.
hard.
And their quarterback was only a 9th grader last year. I talked to his
Oh,
dad.
okay.
And
Okay.
they got the greatest kicker in the history of Hillsborough County.
But hold up, they gonna need more than a kicker when they get their ass blowed up by 30.
No.
I ain't never heard of a 29-point
First
kick.
of all, they're going to be able to play defense. They got a couple of
Okay,
speedy
all right,
guys at
all
their
right.
skill position.
Okay.
And
all right.
Then I'm going to go with the school that my daughter graduated from, Berkeley. Great hat. Tech, Jesuit, and Morton.
Okay, so our top 3 is interchangeable. So I mean, like I say,
But I'm going to tell you, don't be surprised, because it took me a while to think about it. I think Newsom's gonna play Tech tougher this year than you think.
Well, like I said, they on the
Nah,
schedule. Like I said, they on the schedule.
No
That's week
disrespect.
3.
No, listen. We
Guess what
just
the game
talking.
is this year? Guess what the game is this
My
year?
disclaimer is
No,
we're
it's
in the
not.
chop shop, so
The game should be at
we're
Newsom.
talking football. So high school coaches do not get offended by our personal opinions because they're ours.
Right.
But I think Tech is gonna beat the brakes off Newsom.
But like I say, one thing about the game got to be played.
I
So
thought that last year.
We'll see. I mean,
thought that last year.
and that's the beauty of it. We sit back right
what
now.
was the score last year?
They won by
It was close.
21-9. But they played them tough.
They got
But I
a
think-
late.
Yeah, they
got
scored late. But I think
yeah.
Tech's athleticism was too much for
Like
them.
they took a ball from one end of the field to the other. That's
Yeah,
what gave you the
that's
gap.
what. But I think. But I
Tech
like
got
I
a
say,
good. Tech got man. Let me tell you
Tech
something.
is
You
loaded.
tell
Hey,
why
we
you
already
tell
know
I
Tech
like
is
Newsom
loaded.
though, Coach. They're very disciplined.
Okay.
They weren't
Always
over,
been.
wasn't overly athletic, but they had them in the right places. And when I started talking to the parents, I realized they're all young.
Okay, that's
So
fair.
essentially, you saw some boys that might have been JV guys that getting reps because you only get better with reps.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I like I would look forward to going out there to Fishhawk to watch them play Tech this year because that's
But like I
'cause
say,
they played at Tech
one
last
thing
year.
about it, we set up next week, Chang. If your schedule allows, you're
If it
more
don't
than
allow,
welcome.
you can come on through.
You
Zoom.
come over here, post up. We have Trevor Thornton cut back
I'll
academy.
zoom you. I'll
Keenan
zoom
with
you.
his-
Yeah, you can zoom it. You can zoom it because I have to go to practice. My kids ain't gonna accept me missing 2 Tuesdays in a row.
Okay, that's
'Cause I
fair.
hold them accountable.
Okay,
And you
and
know
you
what
gotta
I'm
be
saying?
accountable
Yeah,
too.
I
So,
gotta
you
hold
gotta
some
be the
accountable.
Sir,
What
send me
you
the
expect.
Zoom info so I can get that out
Zoom
the
me
door.
in, man. Zoom me
Okay,
in.
no doubt about that.
With that being said, right, I'm gonna lead Tampa Catholic out of. I'm gonna lead Tampa Catholic out of. But let me tell you something about Mike, man. Mike is territorial about his program, right?
Okay.
And I got a story about Mike, and Mike probably gonna laugh when he hear this story if he ever see it.
Which
right?
Mike?
Mike Williams at
Okay.
Wharton. So last year, right? It was last year. I go to a Wharton game, right? And you know, I'm walking on the sideline on the track. I see Mike calling his plays. You know, he's in his game. Man, this man, stop calling this game. Tell me, hey man, you can't be on my sideline. That's all right. So I say, Mike, man, coach your game. He said, man, you can't be on my sideline. I said, man, listen, I'm here to see my God, brother, man. He talking about, man, you can't be on my sideline, so you know I'm steady walking. So Mike, stop coaching this game, cause you know, man, it's a dog eat dog world out here.
Yeah.
Everybody's recruiting.
Right.
Everybody's recruiting.
Yeah. So you try
And
to
like I
work
tell
with
you,
it.
like I tell you, if you ain't recruiting, you ain't trying. So don't cry when if somebody get your player, cause you done tried to get somebody else's player. It's dog eat dog world. It's how all this honor amongst thieves.
No doubt
So
about that.
so when I actually get to where I'm going, he see me go and see my God brother. My God brother actually is Lennox Robinson,
Yeah, the AD.
the AD. I'm the athletic director for the county.
Yeah.
So he say, oh, okay. I say, Mike, I don't even coach. Jared's just my homeboy. Everybody can't get in TC. I'm not gonna just, I don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't. But I respect the fact that you not gonna take anything out of my house on my watch.
That's
That's
real.
what you gotta
I
respect.
still remember he's catching balls from Reed's son.
Yeah. And before we get out of here,
Because
man.
my coaches coached
Yeah.
him at Plant.
Yeah.
Before we get out of here, I want any shout outs you want to give?
Hey man, shout out to everybody that's doing something positive.
Okay.
Everybody that's moving in the direction of their goals. Man, don't stop. Don't
doubt.
stop.
No
Don't
doubt.
let your reality kill your dreams, and don't let your dreams make you lose sense of your reality.
Okay. So I want to give a couple shout outs before we get out of here. My homegirl Shamika Ware is actually looking for nominations. She's going to be on 95.7 The Beat.
Oh, that's the homie.
Yeah. They're doing a promotion, nominated black-owned business today, so go check the website.
So late.
Yeah, exactly. 97thebeat.iheart.com/promotion/nominated black-owned business today. So and also my good friend, my good coworker April Venza's birthday is actually this Thursday. Shout out to you, April. Enjoy your birthday. I think you pushing. I ain't gonna give you age, so I ain't gonna do that. But like I say, hey, enjoyed having you on here tonight, man. Like
Man, I
say,
enjoyed y'all,
this
man.
This is all love. So like I say, in from where we was last week and everything that's transpired, man. Like I say, just for those that reached out to me to check on me, man, I appreciate that. But like I say, in honor of my homie, we're gonna keep this thing going. So, as I always say before I get out of here, man, anybody want to be an artist, don't want the executive producers, all of the videos, all of the records,
Nobody coming to
dancing,
see you, man.
cover the death row. So,
Yeah.
for Chain, Coach Chain, The infamous Greg Doss. We got Trevor Thornton coming in here next
Oh, it's
Tuesday,
gonna be
man.
interesting.
Cut back Academy. So that's a high school football preview. As I always say, man, keep God first, love your family, you still holler. We in the Wingstop, man. Good night. Love y'all.
All right.